For example, they might share it by email, an internal network in the company. Or they might share it by just telling their boss, and the boss goes higher to tell it. There needs to be an environment, there needs to be a climate where people are invited to do that, where people are appreciated if they do that. Another way might just be to put a collection box somewhere where people can put in their ideas. And very important with all those channels is that people get a reaction. Whenever somebody puts out an idea in the box, on the mail, to their boss, give them a reaction. Tell them that you heard them, that you appreciate what they've told you, and that you will take it into consideration. If it has a consequence, let them know. Thank them for it. So that they are encouraged to do the same thing next time they have an idea. This way you can profit of the creativity and motivation of all the people involved in your company, from the lowest level till the highest level. And everybody at its own level has its own ideas and has a vision about how his work can be done in the most efficient way. If you encourage people to share those ideas, they feel like they are engaged. You engage them. So, third thing, let them contribute to your vision. And then, of course, last but not least, team building activities. Everybody has heard of team building activities, and I have heard of a lot of team building activities, but I have also heard of a lot of team building activities where I wonder where the building is. Okay, the team is often present, but team building is not. Look, it can be very, very nice to go out and have a hike or take a bike and go out on the countryside. It can be good for your physics, can even be a very pleasant day. It can be really great to go out and have dinner together. It can be nice to do all kinds of games and activities, but it will probably only confirm what is already there. It will probably just have your team there present as they are always present. It's just a different environment. What would that mean? That they would change their interactions? That certain patterns will reveal? Well, yeah, maybe certain patterns will reveal. Maybe some of the ways they interact with each other and some of the ways they function can get more obvious. But this can be pretty frustrating again, because in all of these kind of activities, nothing changes. They don't have a chance to do something about it. So I think if you're organizing a team building activity, it's extremely important that you have different elements in that. One is to get clear view on the patterns that are already there, to get a clear view on how your team is functioning now. Is there a black sheep among them? Are they divided into 2 or more groups? Do they work as a cohesive group? Do they work efficiently as a cohesive group? Are they motivated? Are they frustrated about some things? All those things needs to come into the picture. Then the second thing is there needs to be room to change things, to ameliorate, to make things different and better. In our horse-assisted coaching programs, this is exactly what we do. Let me give you an example. Let's say we have a team of 10 people and we have 3 horses present. What we might do is a kind of game where the goal is to put the 3 horses in a certain area. The rule is the horses can't be touched. So This means that the whole team needs to try to achieve the same goal. And then you can look at the way they try to do this. The horses will give them feedback. What works, what doesn't work, how do the horses react. You as a coach observe what is happening, so you as a coach can see some patterns coming up, some ways of reacting that are pretty typical for this team, for the functioning of this team. So the whole exercise functions as a metaphor for what is happening on the work floor. Strengths and weakness become clear. And then there's the very important second part, where we reflect upon the whole thing. How did people experience this game? What did they feel about their role? What did they feel about the role of the other people? What were their strengths? What were their weaknesses? What worked, what didn't work for them? Then they can start to find ways to change all that, if necessary. To develop the strengths even more and to work on the weaknesses. And they can experiment with this. They can do the exercise, again with the horses, with all the different ideas they got, with the different solutions they come up with, and see what kind of feedback they get from the horses. How do the horses react this time? Is there any difference? How does it feel for them? They can really experience the difference. They can really experience whether this way of functioning is better than the previous way. They can feel it. They can actually live it. And that is a whole different thing from just reading about nice theories or hearing even some probably very intelligent coach telling them how it should be. So I want to encourage you to engage your teams in this kind of team building activities, where they can really experiment, learn and experience different kinds of functioning. I can assure you that the investment it will take will be very small once you see the results. If you can double or triple even the performances of your team, then the investment isn't even worth mentioning. So I hope this information will get you any further. And if you want to know more, or if you want to talk to us about this kind of team building, just go to our website www.kivik.eu and consult the information that is in there. Send us an email and we'll get back to you to talk about what we can do for your company. Bye. See you in the next part.